much junk. Oh, so many glasses. Old mail. Everything gets tossed up to the front. I've had him for ages. Just think he's cool. Forgot I even had that. All these sunglasses. Where'd they just go? There they are. Extra reading glasses. Alright. That makes a dent. What is this stuff? Oh, doodle cards. And then we'll put them over here. Take a minute to go through that box here later on. It's not clean by any means. But it's better. And it'll build back up again quickly. Even old French fries. The heck? I didn't realize that was up there. Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Thursday. Excuse me. The 25th of May, 2023. 4:45 in the afternoon. 26 degrees Celsius. 64% humidity. 79 degrees Fahrenheit. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's actually rather nice out at the moment. We're off to the daughters to do battle with the grandbrats and have dinner. So see, I had put a couple of topics aside to maybe talk about. Let's see if I can get in here and find where I put them. Not wanting to get political. Let's see. Alright, here's one. This shouldn't be really political. A couple of months ago, there was an accident or a near accident, between two Navy vessels out in San Diego. And it was captured by webcams. This guy's got these webcams around San Diego, and the ones that captured this accident or near accident was on a museum or some sort of building like that looked out over the water, and it's been operating for over 10 years. Well, after that accident or near accident, and the Navy did their findings and their reportings and whatever, they had those cameras taken down. They said that they were a security risk. The cameras weren't showing anything that you can't see from the shoreline or from the roof of the building or out the window. So, but the Navy set it off. It like you could see troop movements or whatever, what the military personnel were doing, and the ships and etc. If so, it wasn't anything that hadn't shown in the past 10 years. But anyway, they took this guy's cameras down. So I don't know. That definitely seems like government overreach to me. Violating at least the First Amendment, possibly the Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, and probably some others. So I don't know. I mean, they do this here. What's to say that they won't take down, they won't stop me from videoing on the other side of the river down at Mayport. Or right there at Mayport, because I can see into the base, depending on where I'm at. So, are they going to make videoing down there illegal? I don't know. This guy is doing a civil disobedience type of thing, and it's basically saying, well, okay, you took those down, we're going to put up a dozen more sites. And why not? I mean, the people of San Diego are behind him. The Navy may not like it, but I mean, we could take this out as far as Army bases around Washington, D.C., all over the place. And it's a slippery slope when we start letting the government get away with stuff like this. That was an article I read yesterday. I think it was also a video. There was an article on it. But then earlier today, I watched this guy over in England, Robert Murray Smith, and he's an inventor, and he does some really incredible videos on solar and wind power and making generators and 3D printer stuff. But he started talking today, and apparently over there, the Great Britain area, they are going to outlaw portable barbecue grills. Now, the ones he showed was like an aluminum pan full of charcoal with a grate on top of it. And I've seen those. They're expensive. But and you can make them up, a little cheaper than that. But they're talking about like all portable charcoal grills. I don't know if they mean gas grills as well, but they're saying it's a safety issue that people get burned when they're out doing barbecues. Yeah, If you're not being careful, it happens. But this is a slippery slope that we're standing on the parapet of, because over there they took away their gun rights, and when that didn't stop the crime and the murders, they came after knives, and now you're only allowed to carry like small folding pocket knives. They can't be locking, and I'm not sure what the length is, but they're slowly but surely taking away, any means of self-defense. And then they come up with this idea that for your own safety, we're not going to let you use barbecue grills. I don't want to see the United States go that way. So there's that. I can link the two videos in the description box later tonight when I get home. But the other thing kind of ties in with my rant the other day about the NAACP and the LGBTQ community and whatnot. And it ties in with the Bud Light controversy. Personally, I don't drink beer, so it didn't make any difference to me. Who they want to put on their can. It doesn't matter to me that guy wanted to pretend he was a girl and become a big name. It aggravated or ticked off feminists because he was doing the what's the word I'm looking for? What he was doing wasn't actually feminine. It was the caricature of being feminine. And that kind of aggravated some people. And the whole transgender type thing didn't sit well with a lot of people. And then they boycotted Bud Light, and it kind of showed what can happen if the people don't like your message. Bud Light still isn't recovering. It's been a month or more, and their sales are still down in the basement. It's actually kind of like the reverse of when the liberals said to boycott Goya foods. And everybody said, let's go buy Goya food. And Goya had the best quarter that they've had in ages. So, the exact opposite. But right now, apparently, Target has been putting out LGBTQ plus clothing for little kids, elementary kids, babies, and there's been some pushback about it. Threats of boycotts and whatnot. Target has come in and said, well, okay, we won't put it up front in your face, but we're still going to sell this merchandise. Just be a little bit more low key. Excuse me. Oh wow, that's a cool 2 shovels. Man, going way too fast to get those. So they moved all the merchandise to the back of the stores. No mannequins, no signage, and they're hoping that's going to work. But from what I'm reading, it's not going to satisfy the people. Again, I don't care. I don't shop at Target. I've got friends and family who are alternative lifestyle. It doesn't mean I'm going to go buy a shirt that screams about my lifestyle or my brother or my friends. Most of the people that I know aren't flamboyant about their life choices. They let you know, but it's not who they are. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you couldn't tell just by looking at them that they have an alternative lifestyle, whether that be a gay lifestyle or alternatives in other ways. So, nonetheless, like I've got a couple of friends that are furries. That means they dress up in animal costumes, like big teddy bears and stuffed raccoons and squirrels and stuff like that. They go out in public like that, but they're also dressed up as Ghostbusters. So you've got a giant blue polar bear walking around with Ghostbuster gear. So it's no odder than some of the stuff that I do. In fact, I think it's kind of cool. Not for me, but it is for him. He's got his motorcycle all dressed out. It's hardcore. Doesn't matter to me. So, I don't know if these corporations are going woke and then going broke. It doesn't seem like it right now. I think they need to take a lesson from Bud Light and be cautious of what they do. But there's all kinds of companies out there doing that. North Face has a whole line of rainbow attire. Their latest commercials have a very flamboyant. He says he's homosexual. He looks like looks just like a cross-dresser, basically. Very flamboyant. So, will that backfire and people not buy North Face stuff anymore? Depends on how big it is on their website, I think, and how much it interacts with their regular or their older style clothing lines and whatnot. I'm sitting here wondering what the heck's going on with traffic and which way should I go. It stopped on the interstate, and this is a long line. If the interstate was open, I would try to work my way back over there and go around. But I think we'll get through about 3 or 4 lights here, get out onto the road. I just don't like this very much. Anyway. What was the other thing I was... to do with money, and I can't remember exactly what it was. Do I still have that? Yeah, I don't know what you're all about. Why did it have to close back out? I don't see what I was talking about. Pretty sure it had to do with a cashless society and how close we're coming to it. But I don't remember. I thought I had the article saved on my one Facebook page, but apparently not. So you will. So I got what? Next week? Excuse me. I think it's next Saturday. So a week from this Saturday, I'll be going to my son's house for 2 weeks. Here come my hiccups again. I believe they're leaving on the 3rd, which would be Saturday. It may be the 2nd, but I'll double check with them this weekend. Oh, that's it. Just go down the shoulder lane. I hope there's no cops around. There is a cop right up there, but he's not going to do anything. I got about 2 traffic lights left to get through this intersection. So, anyhow. I know I keep talking about these little robots and spaceships and things, and I get restarted on them, and then while they're drying or setting up or whatever, I kind of walk away from them, and then it takes a bit to get me initiated again. But I still find things all the time that kind of triggers that urge to go in and create. So, and sometimes it's not creating a robot or a spaceship or something like that. One of y'all out there met up with me last night and gave me a walking aid, a cane with a big foot on the bottom of it. So I talked about using something like that over at my son's house as a monopod, like when I'm in the bathroom or whatever. Something to hold my phone. They don't have a whole lot of room in their bathroom, so I use a big old-fashioned walker with a phone mount on it. And that works fine for me. I got plenty of room in my bathroom. But anyway, I'm not sure that it's going to work. I'm trying to put it together. I put the cane together last night, It's not really the foot I was thinking about, and like the bottom of it is curved, so it's really nice for walking with. I used it last night, and I used it again today. In fact, it's back here. So it's really nice to walk with because it kind of curves with you as you sit it down in front of you and you walk up to it, and it curves. It's like a cup. So when you set it down and then walk, and it curves up that way. It's hard to show with a hand. It doesn't turn upside down. So it's really nice for that. But when I put the phone holder on it, just the phone holder unbalanced it. So that's not going to work for my phone. There are other options out there, other types of feet like that. I'm thinking they may all have the same problem. They're meant to stand up by themselves. But then you put a weight somewhere on the shaft, like a phone, and the mount, and it throws that center of gravity off. So I may be stepping back and taking another shot at it. Like getting some PVC and making it an H-shaped foot. Alright, I'm at the light, so and then it looks like 2 lights to get to the next one. 2 intervals to get to the next light. This stuff is crazy. But anyway, so I was looking at the cane last night, and like I said, I used it to get into the house, and I liked it. It wasn't real crazy, like I said, about it not, it doesn't balance. So I'm not going to put my phone on it. But I went ahead and put a flashlight on it, and thinking of some sort of a wrap. The handle's okay, but it's a little flat. So I may go ahead and wrap it with something, leather or something. I was thinking about wrapping the entire cane in leather just to make it look cool. But then I realized that when you collapse it all the way down, you push the button and push it all the way up past all the little holes, the bottom also comes out and then folds in, like it's on an elastic, so it folds in half. So that's kind of cool. So for like short trips or whatever, to put it in a backpack maybe. I tried it here in the truck just a little while ago. I keep most of my walking aids right down here between the door and the seat. But because of that big foot on it, it doesn't work. So I'll have to figure something else out on it. I may change the foot on it to a regular foot, because I like the pole itself. But up in the air about it, so. That may be a modification. And of course, I start thinking about doing these modifications, and right away I'm like I did with my neck knives, make it a mini everyday carry, put a flashlight on it, and a lighter, and a pen, etc. And was kind of thinking about that for the walking stick. I don't know why I haven't done it with other ones. It was sitting there, standing up while I was on the computer and whatnot, and glancing over at it, and just kind of my mind kicks into gear. If you see some of my comments like "Granddad is an old man," you'll understand what I'm talking about. I take this and make it that. But anyway, I was thinking of different things, like wrapping it with rubber tubing, bicycle tube, and put a few things down inside of it, like a knife blade or like a hacksaw blade, because that has a whole lot of uses. Maybe not on everyday use, but if I were to be using a cane and on an everyday survival type thing, which I doubt, but you never know. And just the exercising of the gray matter, whether it's practical or not, that's what I'm thinking. Like the exercising of the gray matter is kind of cool. So I'm not sure I like the rubber wrapping. Maybe a silicone band. But that type of stuff gets, it goes bad quickly. I have seen, like a walking staff, and they do a kit inside with a paracord wrap, and that might work. But I don't want to do too much of the cane, so and then I don't know, like I said, the top part of it's got all the adjustment holes. So maybe just do it on the bottom part. That would keep the weight down low as well. So, just various things to think on. Try my hand at, see what I think about it. Not like it, take it apart, redo it, maybe show it off, maybe not. Depends on, again, how I feel about it. So, the thing is, you have to put it all together and play with it for a little bit before you know if it's even going to work. I put these kits together with stuff that I know is going to be useful, whether it's on an everyday thing like my EDC bags, everyday carry bag. It's stuff that I use all the time. It's USB cables and wall warts or blocks or whatever you call them. The little charging blocks, little battery packs, tiny fishing kit. Yeah, I don't use that very often, but I know it's in there. But I know things that I'm going to use on a fairly regular basis, or have possible use for. A lighter, a knife, stuff like that, aspirin, bandage. So, and then everyday survival items. Again, that's stuff that I know that I could find useful out in the woods. But putting it all together is the tricky part. So, and I hate traffic. I hate going slow like this. Boy, they got a lot of black-eyed Susans over there. Maybe those are Indian blankets. I run out of things to say and just start talking and not making a whole lot of sense, I think. But I don't know. I picked up some stuff the other day. Not even sure what it is. I think it was a metal couch at one point, or a metal bed frame or something. It's got all these short pieces of flat bar tubing, small rectangular tubing. I had no idea what I was picking up when I picked it up. I don't know why I picked it up, but I started thinking on that the other night. And maybe building a tabletop to replace the wooden one that I have on my porch. It's a possibility. Not sure how I would do it at this point, but it's a possibility. But then again, like, I bought a tarp to go up over the porch, and have yet to hang it. Thinking, it would help get me out of the rain and whatnot, but like I said, I haven't hung that at all. I bought one of the camouflage ones also. It's got all kinds of like little U shapes cut in it. I thought about that, not so much as a rain cover, but as a shade. And then if the wind blows, that thing, it won't blow away. It's not a solid piece. So that had multiple ideas, multiple uses in my head, not just at the house. If I do go out and do some sort of stealth camping, which I see areas all the time that I think would be interesting. It would be interesting to see if I could get away with spending the night. And I've talked about this before. My sleep schedule, I'm up all night anyway. So I don't know that I would actually have to go out and be camping. Like, I don't have to set up a bed because I'm not going to go to sleep. I want to be out of there by 6 o'clock in the morning, go home and sleep in my bed. But there's an area that I could go out and set up and just chill out and kill time in the woods if I get away with it. What do I do out there during the early dark mornings? I've got my phones. I just have to hide the light from getting too far away. So do it on a well moonlit night, and it may not be as noticeable. So we'll see. I mean, I've been tossing that idea around for a bit. It's getting to a point now where it's going to be too warm out to do it. Although I could overnight right here in the vehicle, see if I can get away with it. There's always that possibility. Oh, man, this truck has been a pain in the neck. What was I talking about? I don't know why I want to get out and do stealth camping, other than the fact it sounds interesting. It sounds like, you know, it feels like you're getting away with something that you shouldn't be getting away with. So that might be the impetus behind it. Because otherwise, there's really not a whole lot to going out and just sitting in the woods. It's not like I'm going camping at a campground. You can have a fire and, you know, all that stuff. Stay up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and have my air conditioner plugged in so I can sleep until, you know, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Get up and go to the lake and go swimming, or to the spring or whatever. This day's been all over the place, hasn't it? Yakety, yakety, yakking. Oh, man. And again, backed up. I know, right now, I am complaining about all this traffic. They're going to come in and start widening this road. And that's going to make it worse. And they're going to take out some of these giant trees to do it. I know it. And I'll be complaining about traffic when they tear it up. And the thing is, like, they'll be tearing it up. They'll be, you know, redoing the road and making it for today's traffic. And it'll take them 5 years to get it done. And by the time they're done to get it done, the traffic will be back as bad or worse, because they thought, oh, we put in new roads, we could put in 100,000 more homes, and yeah, and then traffic just gets exponentially worse, and you know, the roads weren't made for that. The same with any place else. And this intersection, I think I showed it to y'all before. This intersection is terrible. You got a road that comes in and kind of wise to a road that crosses this way. So coming this way from that way is, you've got to look out, like out the back window, or out the back window at least. Like you have to park, like pull up at the stop and kind of turn to the right, and then be able to look out your back right window. And that aggravates my neck to no means. So I usually go up and then make a crazy steep left-hand turn. Especially with the van. And then people look at you like, what are you doing? But yeah, this should be, they've got to do something about this intersection. Put a circle in or something. Although some of the circles they have nowadays are ridiculous. They just did it. They came down to this one and made a left instead of a right. There's nothing that says you can't do that. Alright. We're on the final stretch, folks. So let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down, a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they ain't, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. Until I see y'all again, I hope you have a fandoculous day. Lots of y'all.